Hi there. Thank you for joining me today as I make one of my son's favorite meals, Thai chicken with peanut curry sauce and coconut rice. This dish is very easy and it's super tasty. In this dish, it's important that you use the thawed frozen peppers because they're going to break down much quicker. Also, I'm not a big raisin fan, but they work great in this dish. Okay, let's get started. Here are the ingredients you'll need for the recipe. You can refer back to this recipe list at the end, or you can visit my blog for a printable recipe that you can take to the grocery store with you. We're going to break this recipe into the chicken, the sauce, and the coconut rice. Let's get started. First of all, take out your frozen vegetables so that they can start thawing. Like I said, the frozen ones will break down a lot faster. If you use fresh green beans and fresh peppers, they're going to take quite a bit longer to cook. So go ahead and remove your vegetables and your green beans from the freezer. With your chicken, it's a must in my house that we trim the chicken. My kids won't eat it otherwise. Trim the chicken, cut it into kind of larger than a big bite-sized piece, and season simply with salt and pepper. You can have your chicken prepped ahead of time. In a large pan, heat your oil over medium-high heat. When it's hot enough to start sizzling, add the seasoned cut-up chicken and saute until the chicken is just cooked through, maybe about 5 minutes. While this is happening, go ahead and start your sauce. We're going to make a peanut curry sauce that's delicious. Basically, all you do is take a medium mixing bowl and whisk everything together. The sauce can also be made ahead of time and stored in the refrigerator for quick prep when you get home. So, add 1/3 cup of peanut butter. You can use smooth or chunky. Peter Pan honey roasted is my favorite, but feel free to use whichever one you prefer. Add 1 tablespoon of curry paste. I like the red curry paste. If you like it hotter, add 2 tablespoons, but 1 tablespoon is enough for my family. Add 1.5 cups of coconut milk, 1/2 cup of low sodium chicken broth, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of freshly squeezed lime juice, 1/2 cup of chopped cashews, a handful of dark raisins. I stole some of the snack size boxes from my daughter and I used 2 of those for a handful. A small can of drained water chestnuts for that great crunch. And then we're going to start building it. Now that your chicken is just cooked through, add your thawed green beans and your thawed pepper strips and continue cooking for another, say, 3 to 5 minutes. Remember, it'll take a little longer if you use the fresh vegetables. Then pour the sauce into the pan over the chicken and vegetables and give it a good stir. Turn your heat up to high and bring to a boil because we want the thickeners to get enacted, stirring occasionally. After it's come to a complete boil, reduce the heat and simmer until your sauce starts to thicken slightly. This might take 6, 7, 8 minutes. And when you serve that over the coconut rice, or you can use plain steamed rice. To make the coconut rice, we're going to combine the coconut milk, 3/4 cup, chicken broth, 1 cup, and the juice of a whole lime. When this comes to a boil, add 2 cups of instant rice. After you add the instant rice, turn off the heat, put the cover on the rice, and just let it sit for 7 to 9 minutes. While you're waiting for all that liquid to absorb from the rice, go ahead and make your toasted coconut. The toasted coconut can also be made ahead of time and stored in a zip top bag until you're ready for it. So to toast the coconut, I just put my coconut into a cake pan and throw it under the broiler in the oven for about 5 minutes. About every minute or minute and a half or so, I give it a good shake and swirl it around with my fingers. You have to keep your eye on the coconut or else it will burn in an instant. But when it's toasted, oh my gosh, the flavors are just fabulous. So toast your coconut, let it sit out, then stir the toasted coconut into your cooked rice and give it all a fluff with a fork. So to plate, I like to serve the chicken over the coconut rice, I like to add some lime wedges, a little bit more toasted coconut, and definitely add some chopped cilantro on the top for garnish. So when someone eats it, they're going to squeeze that lime over it, and they're going to have the bright cilantro, the acid from the lime, creamy, spicy, and sweet sauce, the crunch from the nuts and the water chestnuts, the chewy raisins, the great colors from the peppers and the beans. This is just one of, like I said, one of my kids' favorite meals. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you'll come back for more recipes. Visit my blog anytime you'd like. Thanks for watching. Bye.